Go live, and then we'll go rocking and rolling. I'll hit the record button and we'll get started. I'm excited. Tomorrow morning, we're headed to the beach with the family. That's going to be wonderful. Okay. All right. Let me just click this, make sure I'm live on. Very good. All right. I'm live on YouTube. I just X out of that. Now I'll hit the record button and then we'll get started. Okay, what's up, Team Gang friends? Vin here. I want to say welcome to this live stream. If you're watching the live stream, I want to say welcome. If you're watching the recording, I want to say welcome. If you're on Zoom here now, welcome. I was just mentioning before I hit recording that I'm excited about tomorrow. We are headed out to the beach with the family. I have a family of 6, and we have now 2 of my son's girlfriends are joining us. So I'll be buying dinner for 8 people every single day. Lunch, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, right? So pack a lunch. So I'm going to welcome you to this program. This is a Polar Tensor program. We're going to speak about this program that a friend of mine, a good friend of mine, a guy with credibility with me. He understands crypto and business and things like that. He reached out to me 3 months ago about this program, and I decided to create a free account. So if you're watching this, step one really is to create a free account. And throughout this program or this presentation, this video, this live stream, this show, that's really the goal. The goal is to create a free account and it's really to get you thinking too, because, look, I'm going to say this to put it into context because a lot of people come from the working class like me, right? I come from a background, go to school, get good grades, safe, secure job, pension benefits, all of that. I got into law enforcement when I was at the age of 20. Law enforcement, 11 years. New York City firefighter for 10 years. I have the 401k, the 457, the Roth IRA, the mutual funds, all that stuff, the pension. And that's good advice. I worked 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 hours some weeks. And that's what I did. And, my wife and I have a wonderful life together, and we have the 4 sons. I was also involved in the mortgage business. And I got started about 18 years ago in the home-based business space. Affiliate marketing, network marketing, free enterprise. I call it leverage-based business. And I've seen a lot of things. We've had a lot of great successes and we've had some challenges as well. So I was a pro. Like over the years, I heard about cryptocurrency and I never really got involved. Unfortunately, I don't have $5 million sitting in a Bitcoin wallet. And you probably don't either. Most people don't, but most people know if they can go back in time, they would do this and change that and do this. But a lot of us say, I know my wife and I have said it. And while we were there, we would purchase Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever else. And we've seen the results. So it's like playing Monday morning quarterback. We see the potential with crypto. I went kicking and screaming last year. About a year ago, I got involved actually in the crypto space. I created a crypto wallet. It wasn't, and that's what I want to talk about too. It wasn't that hard at all, actually, because I was probably like, I don't understand crypto. All of those preconceived notions, I had that too. Blockchain, what is it? And to be quite honest, and there's people that know this, that I'm still not a good with the wallets and all that stuff, but I do know basic numbers and basic math. And I also know that most people have monthly expenses and liabilities and mortgage and car payments, credit cards, student loans, food, clothing, shelter, insurance. And we've seen what's happening in the world these days. The price of everything's increasing. There's a lot of uncertainty in the world. The people are flocking to the internet for answers. The world's going digital. There's no it's not an opinion whether or not cryptocurrency is something that's here and validated. We have governments using it, corporations using it, banks are using it. And I'll show you some numbers that everyone's starting to use cryptocurrency and diversify. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to diversify. So I started last year in the mining space. I got into the nodes space. What I'm going to share with you probably, I think, is the easiest to understand and easiest thing. This is a set it and forget it program actually for anyone. To be honest with you, it's there's friends of mine that when I got started 3 months ago, because I really wasn't doing Zooms like this or inviting people, I was just set it and forget it, and that was it. You can get started for free, create a free account, and you can get started if you want for as low as $100. And so I had some friends that did that. I just reached out to a couple of friends a few months ago. They click set it and forget it. And a few of them still don't even know that they're literally getting paid every single week. And that concept to me, as well as the about 40 hours of content about Polar Tensor that I've consumed, gives me the belief and the knowing that it really is a unique situation. And I know you hear that a lot with a lot of like business opportunities. Oh, this is better than anything. There's going to be no hype in today's presentation. Okay, so I'm going to run through this. If you have any questions, throw it into the chat. If you're watching on YouTube or the replay, throw it into the comments. Get back to the person that's sharing this with you, right? And so let's start, right? Let's do it. Introducing Polar Tensor, the future of algorithmic trading. This is a financial disclaimer. There are no financial guarantees in anything in life. I hope you know that. You should know that. But for some reason, we have to always read this disclaimer because I'm not a financial planner. I just told you I'm a retired firefighter. So don't take financial advice from a fireman, okay? I'm not an accountant. I'm just a father and a husband and a family guy that sees something, and I'm doing videos about this. This could be for entertainment purposes only. It could be for educational purposes only. I'm going to show you some results. Past results do not dictate future results. Yesterday it was very hot and sunny, and next week it might not be hot and sunny. So we can't predict the weather. Why would we say we can predict your finances? We can't, you can't. Do your diligence, watch the videos. That's what I did. Like I told you, I watched about 40 hours worth of this stuff, and now I'm doing a video. So I'm showing you here for this program, there are 24, I believe now 26 months of returns, historical returns chart that's all documented. And this is a little over 20% per month that this is returning. So as we go through this, and by the way, I'm going to do something. This isn't, let me stop this to tell you this. This isn't if you really want to take a deep dive, make sure you get on one of the professional presentations. I'm sharing with you for folks that really don't fully understand cryptocurrency, and you're looking for something that you can do because anyone can have a bank account, right? There's really not a lot of a difference between this and having a savings account or a checking account. And I'm going to illustrate that with you now. But if you want to learn a lot about it, like yesterday they had a Q&A that was on for like, I don't know, there's a recording of it. I didn't listen to it yet. And that's what I did. I would like listen to a recording while I'm getting my steps in, which I have to do right after the Zoom. So I'm going to share with you stuff that you probably already know. Okay. So you know what 20% is because you know what that is, right? That's the historical rate for the last 26 months with this program. So now the savings account information. You know this, I know this, we all know this, but I want to illustrate this to put it into perspective, right? If you can Google this, what's the average rate of a savings account? The average rate is a return is 0.38%. So in the example, the savings account you see on the upper left, let's just say it has $1,000 in it with a rate of 0.38% per year annual. That's an annual return of $3.80. This $3.80 here, that's called passive income. It's passive because you don't have to do anything. You know that. We don't have to check into our bank and log into our bank. We know if we just leave it there, it's going to do what it does. And that's what it does. Let's just say instead of 0.38%, it's 1% annually. That would make it 10% a year in passive income, right? Let's just say it's 2% a year. That's $20 a year in passive income in a savings account. Yeah, there's high yield savings things and CDs and other things that we're all familiar with, right? I'm just using this as an example because everyone has a savings account, checking account. 2% a year on $1,000 is $20 in passive income. When you factor in inflation, as you know, the price of the dollar has been dropping significantly since it was created. On that same savings account, if you factor in the rate of inflation on your savings, that's 3.8% per year. You're actually losing 1.8% a year on the 2%. Okay, so your annual return in this example on the $1,000 would be negative $18. You would lose $18. We know we're losing money by keeping the savings account, and I want you to know I keep money in the savings account anyway. So this isn't like, hey, don't do a savings account, do this. I just added this Polar Tensor crypto trading thing to my life just to diversify, to have more options. That's it, right? And you can start for as low as $100. So, $1,000 in bank with the rate of inflation, you're losing $18 a year. In this example, in 2 years, it'd be $36 you're losing, and in 3 years, you lost $53. Is $53 gonna, bankrupt anyone? No, but I'm just using this as an example because you guys already know this. So, using this Polar Tensor AI trading account, historical rates, again, past performance do not dictate future results. The 20% monthly actually translates here into 5.29% weekly. So this is compounding actually weekly, not annually, which when you do the math is off the chain. It's disproportionate in comparison to a bank account. It's like 52 years, right? It would be. So average weekly return. So we're going to use 2% because we use that on the savings account. So let's just use 2%. If you notice here, the weekly return average are all higher, depending on what tier you start with, and we'll show you that in a second. It's all higher than 2%, but we're going to use 2% because that's a round number, and we just used 2% on the savings account. So if you have a Polar Tensor account of $1,000, AI crypto trading, set it and forget it. You don't have to know about crypto. You don't have to know about AI or trading. You just don't. Just like you don't have to understand banking, right, to have money in the bank. We're going to use 2%, and just to give you an example, 2% weekly on $1,000. Okay, let's use the number. Would over the course of the year would be $2,800. So that's significant, right? That's it's not $1 million, but it's significant. Next, in 2 years, it'd be $7,800. In 3 years, it would be $21,000, almost $22,000. That's significant, right? So let's just say it was $2,000. That would make it a return of $43,000. I'm showing you a couple slides here to illustrate compounding. Compounding, which I think Einstein called it the eighth wonder of the world. Compounding, power of compounding. On an $8,000 account, right, that would be $175,000. Now, if you look at the performance tiers, if you did happen to have an $8,000 account, you could see the average returns have been historically 3.7%, but we're still using 2%. Let's just say, hypothetically, instead of the 3.7%, we change it to 3%. Again, this is illustrating compounding. 3% compounding would change the 3-year result from $175,000 to $804,000. Now, the reason I'm sharing this, again, compounding interest, something that, look, I've heard of it years ago when I started my 401k. It's like, hey, start your 401k. I was putting over $10,000 a year into my 401k. I'm very happy I did. 401k, 457. My kids got started in the Roth IRA. They're still good vehicles. So I knew then, let me put the money in, and in 30, 40 years, it'll be what it's going to be. Unfortunately, it didn't compound the way I was hoping it would. A lot of people now are, I don't know, maybe you're a baby boomer. Maybe you're like me, Generation X. Yeah, it's the coolest generation. Or millennials. Either way, a lot of people saying, I think I need to play catch up. I want to leverage the internet. I want to leverage AI. I want to get paid while I sleep. The price of food, clothing, shelter is going through the roof. Like, I think I need to do something. I'm also sharing with you these numbers to say, hey, is that make it interesting for you to create a free account? So the person sharing this with you can send you a link, which I'll show you. You create a free account. You can't start unless you create a free account anyway. It's like in banking. You can't have a bank account without creating an account, right? It's free. There's no obligations. There's no like 30 days, and you don't ever have to use it. You can look in the back office you want, right? So fair enough. You can create a free account. Next, let me go to the next slide. Okay. Again, this is for people that were like me saying, I don't understand crypto though. I don't want to really, do I need to get started with this? Like crypto, like what's up with that? And I get it. I totally get it. But here's some numbers like that make it for a person like me and you too, to be honest with you. Our opinion doesn't matter. Okay. You can look this up yourself. Crypto users worldwide in 2009 was less than 100 users. So they were really nuts back then, these people that were using cryptocurrency. 10 years after that, it goes to 45 million, but it's still less than 1% in just 2019. Just 2019. The next year, the world flips upside down and it goes crazy. 2020, we all know what happened. And it almost triples, it more than doubles in 2020, crypto users worldwide. 2020 doesn't seem like a long time ago because it's not. It goes from 1% of worldwide users to 12%. So now 12%, a billion people now are going digital and using cryptocurrency. And again, I said the banks are, governments are, corporations are. So for me, it was like, how do I set up an account? Right? They're predicting, again, in the next 5 years, it's going to go to over 30% worldwide users. So this removed my opinion. So I said, hey, I don't want to get left behind. I've got to do something about this. And that's what I'm doing. And that's why I'm doing this. And I get hit with all different opportunities all the time. I've been using this for 3 months, and there's a few things I want to say about it now too. So Polar Tensor, okay, there's a couple things that makes this very unique. And I do stress for you to watch a full presentation. I mean, obviously start a free account and fund it how you want to fund it. Then listen to some of the calls, listen to some of the presentations, the deep dives that really go deep into it. This is Felix Bick. He created it. The full presentations will get deep into his 8-year journey on creating this and launching this in February of 2026. I have friends that I have sat down to lunch with, him. He's a real person. And the trades are real. So here's what makes this very different than anything I've ever seen. The transparency, which is an overused word these days, transparency. But the trades and everything is an open book. This is why you don't see returns of like 1.8% a day guaranteed. There's no guarantees. It's only doing 5 days a week, 2% a week compared to 2% a day. 2% a day, you'd be making $1 trillion in 3 years. This is real trading, all right? There are days that there are losses. There hasn't been a losing week in 26 weeks, okay? So they're real trades. It's been transparent. This has been asked and answered. He shows up on Zooms. He's done Zooms where he's opened his Binance account. So it's about as transparent as that I've ever seen. And there's something else that I've never seen, and that's an asset protection program. So you know how like the bank, we have FDIC. So technically, if the bank gets robbed, we have our money. Same thing here. There's an asset insurance protection program, a multi-layered framework mitigating operational and technological performance risks. Okay, includes, I'm reading at the top. You could take a screenshot of that. All these slides are all available. E&O, professional liability and cyber liability. So it covers professional liability. This doesn't cover losses in the market or a black swan event. No, you can't find that anywhere. Or like if the Bitcoin goes, if the blockchain goes away, it covers nefarious activity, criminal activity, third-party liability, operational risks, a rug pull, things like that. So if you read at the bottom where it says, licensed accounts are protected for every Polar One AI user, not only their license fees, but their total account balance. So that's cozy. So I created accounts for all my kids. Why wouldn't I? Right? Utilizing the software. Okay, I will read these things. There's a 10% license fee. So let's just say you get started for $100, right? Let me see if I make that bigger. It's $10 license fee. That license fee is the software. Like, how do you use the software? 10%. So you start with $100. It's $10 extra to use it. You would actually do $112 because 10% of 112 puts you into that tier. I'm going to speak about the tiers in a second. So it's 10% one time in the beginning, performance fee by tier. I'm going to show you the tiers in a second. Weekly profit distribution. We get paid every Friday night. Excuse me. You can withdraw it at any time. There's no like locking people's accounts like a CD or some programs for a certain period of time. There is a 10% fee if you take it out within the first 12 months, a 5% fee if it's in 24 months, and it's free after 24 months. There's no fees. I think that's fair. There's zero withdrawal fee. It's a 2% flat fee. So if you take out $50,000, it's $2. If you take out $50, it's $2. These are the different tiers. I want to show you that in another slide so it's bigger and you can see it better, and I want to explain it, okay? Again, we showed you it's 5.29% per week on average. That's the average. And that's the return, like 21.16% average monthly. Since it does it weekly, divide that by 4. It's 5.29% on average. Okay, some weeks it's lower, some weeks it's more, obviously, right? So let me show you this. There's a lot of words on the screen, but it's really fairly easy. See this starter on the left here? You could start for as low as $100 or let me do the thing here. 100, 500. I mean, you could do $147. That'll put you in the starter tier or whatever, like anything from $100 to $499. Then anything from like 500 to, 2,000, even the basic. So you get it, right? As you go along, 8,000, 25,000, 100,000. Those are the different tiers. They're not packages or anything. Below you see the performance fee. See the performance fee? That's like a broker fee. If you go to a broker or any brokerage, they're going to charge you a fee. If you go to JP Morgan or Bear Stearns, they charge you a fee. Charles Schwab, right? So in the starter, you could see it's a 50-50 fee. So the performance fee is $50, and it goes down as you go up or across in tier. So the performance fee goes down. So that means what you keep increases as you go through the tiers. And this is why you see the return on average increases as you go from tier to tier to tier, right? You could add funds at any time. You could just grow your account. That's the goal. Is it not the same goal with your mutual fund or your bank account or any other account? It's the same goal, is to grow your account. You can add more funds at any time. Some people they get paid bi-weekly from their job. Maybe you want to add $50 every other week or $100 a month or nothing, whatever. You do you. Obviously, it's your business. Your banking's your business, and this is your business as well. So, of course, past performance, we can't say it enough. Past performance did not guarantee future results, right? So the Polar Exchange, let me speak about this for a second. And this is why you have to watch a full presentation. The Polar Exchange, what that means is the goal for this Polar Tensor is to create their own exchange, right? And to have your own exchange, and here's the roadmap, you need users. You can't have 10 people that all invest $1 billion into your company, because you can't have an exchange then. You need users. So with users, you have affiliate marketing, word of mouth marketing. I want to show you something. And now, by the way, if you just want to learn about create an account, and that's all I did. Oh, you can't see the screen still? Hey guys, let me know. Did I just go through all of that and you couldn't see the screen? Right? Is that the case? Let me know, please. I do not know. Let me know. Anyone? Because Michelle's telling me you couldn't see the screen, and this was a few minutes ago. I really hope you're able to see the screen. I don't want to have to do this again. So, oh, okay. Did you guys see the whole thing? Did you get enough information yet? All right. And I'm going to do more of these. I'm speaking from the heart anyway. And so you can start for free. Create an account. That's what I did. And then I funded it. Then I enrolled okay, good. Joe saw it. Cal saw it. Very good. Does anyone want to come on and share a testimonial? Let me know if you'd like to. I know we have Jed and Larry on and Cal. If you guys want to talk about it, raise your hand. Okay, if you raise your hand nicely, we'll call you up to the front of the room. And so, I want to share something with you. So I want to switch gears to, all right, awesome, Cal. We'll get to you in a second, right? I want to switch gears to something with like affiliate marketing. All right. You know what? It- Before I get to the affiliate marketing, I am going to bring on Cal. Cal, I'm going to make you into a panelist. Now, when you finish being a panelist, you can go back to being a viewer. If you want to share with me, because Cal shared this with me, and Cal knows about crypto. Cal's an integral guy. He picked me up at the airport in Dallas. We had lunch. He was with Felix Bick. And so he has a good perspective about this program. Make sure you're unmuted. All right. Brother Cal,
Vinny, how are you?
I'm good, man. Good to see you on the air. Thanks for coming on.
Yep.
Tell me about the program. What do you like?
So, bro, you know my story, and some people have heard me tell it before. My wife and I were really blessed to be able to go spend time in Las Vegas with Felix. And I mean, it wasn't just a 30-minute passing, shake hands and stuffy. Like this was a couple of days. We stayed at this house where he was at all day for several days in a row.
Yeah.
And, you know, first thing I like to say is Felix Vick is a real person. There was a rumor out there that, it was ridiculous that he was some kind of AI generated being.
Yeah.
Well, not only is he a real person, not AI, but he's a real person. He's a real dude. He had a good sense of humor. He has a very kind, disposition. Talked about his 15-year-old son and scuba diving and just I didn't need to go to Vegas to, meet Felix because I didn't trust anything. But I can tell you this, when Robin and I, my wife came back on our flight back home, I mean, we were just our belief and knowing the guy that now we're following it was triple. It was unbelievable. So anyway, the next thing I would say is I've had my account since the first day you could ever have an account, actually before the official launch. And we've never missed a Friday with getting paid. I have done a withdrawal.
Yeah.
And it took about 15 minutes to get the cash out. So yeah, no, your money's not locked up. It really is available. And the last thing I'll say is the customer support with Polar Tensor is unbelievable. I mean, it's just unbelievable.
Real people.
I've been with companies where they'll give you an email to customer support. And it's like, oh, send in a ticket and we'll get back with you within 48 hours. Dude, this Polar Tensor doesn't take 48 seconds for their support, right?
Yeah.
And I made a mistake. I really screwed up. I sent the wrong crypto payment and I thought I just lost my money. But I checked with support and this guy was amazing. He's like, hey, Cal, don't worry about it. Give me a couple hours to investigate and I'll see what I can do. Dude, within an hour's time, less than an hour, he was messaging me saying, I got it taken care of. It's in your balance. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Anyway, bro, hope I didn't talk too much.
You're good, brother.
I'll be quiet now and let you continue on, brother.
Thanks, pal. Thanks for sharing. I really appreciate your leadership. You're on the air. You're doing what you got to do. You're building a nice business, right? Because you feel comfortable enough to. I know you have your son and your dad in here as well, and that's what I did. I brought in my kids, and so thanks, Cal. Appreciate it, brother. What I want to do.
Well, let me
Yeah.
if I could just say one more.
Yeah, please.
Hey, that asset protection is
Yes.
unlike anything. Literally, when I learned about that, that was the final straw for me, the final piece, I should say, maybe.
Yeah.
To where, hey, I could feel comfortable putting my father, my mother,
Yes.
and not worry about people getting hurt, So,
100%.
okay, this time for real, I'll be quiet this time.
No, you're good. You're good, brother. Like the great Jim Rohn says, once you get going, right? It's like that's why I look at the clock with myself. I'm like, I better let me get through this. So, guys and girls, I want to switch gears because I spoke about the exchange for a second and that you need users for the exchange. And obviously, affiliate marketing, if you look at Target and Amazon and Home Depot, Costco, TikTok Shop, affiliate marketing is the way to go if you want to build your business and acquire customers. But I want to speak the language of network marketing, affiliate marketing for a second, because I've been in this industry for quite some time, and I can definitely speak on about this because this is something I know. I may not know about the wallets and all that stuff with crypto, but something I do know. If you want residual income, RE residual, you need RE retention, right? If you've ever been involved in any type of online business, if there's a product in an auto ship, you know, you, your retention is very low. So you're never going to have the residual income. Even with the membership model, it's very, very low. There's a lot of attrition. So I look at a business from an acquisition, and acquiring a customer here is simple. I mean, I put my sons in, they didn't have a choice. But it's been easy because you can create a free account and people can get started for $100. I have people that started for $100 3 months ago. And just as an example, and I'm going to show you the building blocks for a second. So if you're looking for a passive income business, if you're looking for one to create passive income without ever telling anyone, then this is a great vehicle, a phenomenal vehicle, because obviously I just showed you all of that. That's in essence what it does. It's like a bank account, passive income, but a bank account will take you 500 years to make the returns, right? Here we're doing it weekly. So passive income, set it and forget it, done. You're a customer. That's it. And if that's all you wanted to hear, you can bolt now. Get back to the person that shared this with you. Create a free account, and that's it. But I do want to speak about the home-based business space because people like it's funny too because I say and we say you can make money without recruiting. The next question is, well, why are you telling me about this? Because I said compound interest, but compounding income is off the charts. Now, if you have customers that never leave, I mean, why is someone going to leave? Yes, you can pull all your money out at any time. And as a matter of fact, one out of everyone that I brought in and the team that has grown, just one person, he pulled all his funds out. You know why? He needed it. He had emergency surgery for his dog. He needed the monies. He went right in here, boom, pulled it right out. So that's a testament that he can do it. But that being said, most people, if they're buying a product, no matter how good it is, like a wellness product, we all want wellness. We all want to look good, feel good, less aches and pains, right? We all want. I know I do. But that business model is very, very difficult. Has too much churn. Can't make residual income. This is why so many people bounce from thing to thing to thing, whether it's a new thing, whether it's peptides or collagen or CBD at any given time. We can see it throughout time. Then you have these other services. This model, and I have other trainings on this, is literally the best I've ever seen. And I don't say that out of hype. I say that from math. It's just a mathematical perspective, right? So if I have a customer that's making more money every single week and I'm getting paid solely on the returns, okay? Let's just say I build a team of 100 people. Those 100 people, not one person has to put in one more penny ever, and we will get paid every single week. And that income will increase and increase. See, the thing you have to have in place is you have to have asset protection and transparency. I've yet to find that ever in any of these type of programs, these crypto trading programs. So those two things in place make the concept of this unlike anything I've ever seen. It's just all mathematical. It's just mathematical. So that being said, now I feel, and like Cal said, I can approach someone knowing they're not going to get hurt. First of all, they can start it for $100, and that has someone get hurt. Here's another thing. You can't do this in the traditional network marketing business. You can't get started, let's just say for $500, buy a starter kit or a starter pack with products in it, and then 6 months later, get you $500 back. You have the products that you may or may not have used. Here, the money you start with, you can always get it back. So you literally have that working for you. So that being said, we have in place, and this is put together from some people that really understand the leveraged-based business, is the building blocks of success. I just want to illustrate something, and there's really one number that I want to speak about in this, and that's residual income, because that's all I really focus on, right? I know I keep going back and forth on the slides and stuff. You probably have. I know you do. Everyone does. How can you not? Whether it's mortgage or rent, whether it's car payment or a lease, whether it's credit cards or no credit cards, or student loans or whatever it is. But you do have food, clothing, shelter, you have electric bill, phone bill, gas bill, Netflix, everything else. You know, a lot of people lighting candles at both ends, aging parents, growing kids, you have tuition, you have the holidays, you have birthdays, you have the things, right? Barbecues cost $100. Every time you leave the house, it's $100. So like having money coming in your pockets without you doing anything, to me, if you can create that that's equal to or greater than your monthly obligations, then you have less stress to start with, right? Less stress in your life. Believe me, we've experienced this in our life. Much less stress when there's money coming in that's not attached to whether or not your heart is beating. That's an asset, okay? So for building blocks for success, and you get with me if you want to learn how to, what should I say? What should I do? How do I approach people? How do I not? How do I post? That stuff we can teach you, and we know how to do that, right? If you notice my demeanor change with something that I understand fully, and that's this model. May not be the crypto wallets and trades like that to me. It's like a foreign language to me. I'm just being honest. But this number right here on this particular one, see this $100 a month? That doesn't seem like a lot of money because it's not a lot of money. But when it's recurring income, if you have never experienced it, I'm going to tell you it's a lot of money. Okay, that comes in, that equates to something. Maybe it's Netflix and Amazon monthly. Maybe that's your monthly obligation. You put that on autopilot. You help a few people do that, or invite some people, and we help them as well. Then you're at now $150 a month. And there's, of course, the one-time bonuses, and it's all good. Okay. And I look at this like reverse engineering your monthly obligations with a program. At Gold, it's $400 a month. I'll just keep that circle here. $400 a month. Oh, I erased a circle out of habit. 400. Okay. Platinum, $1,200 a month. It's not a lot, but it's not a little either. And by the way, I believe people at this rank, because I just started, are making significantly more than that as well. $1,200, $3,500. It's all a building block from one rank. $3,500 monthly. $3,500 monthly, people work 30, 40, 50, 60 years, and they don't make that with their Social Security check. Okay? 14,000. The numbers get big because it is big. It's all leverage. It's all a matter of leverage. And I'll tell you something when I end this too. 48,000, 144,000 monthly, $380,000 monthly. It's all about systems. There's a great system in place here. They have daily, twice a day, Monday through Thursday, very professional presentations. Every Thursday, there's a Q&A. I'll be starting trainings, team trainings on how to build a business like this, what to say, what not to say, how to say it, why to say it, and when to say it, or not say it, how to generate leads, email, autoresponders, things like that. Things are in place. People are looking for things like this. I mean, you know, it's something that, and again, I don't mean to knock wellness or any type of business, but when you have something where you could retain customers and your customer to affiliate ratio here is greater than 10 to 1. A lot of times you get in a business and it's like the super affiliate. It's everyone trying to recruit people who recruit recruiters and recruit people. This is just acquiring customers, people that are users, people that want to use that want to look at content like this and say, you know what, that makes enough sense to me to go to, and I'll show you a website. If someone shares this with you, that makes enough sense to me to fill out this form here. This is a registration. This is how you create a free account right here, right? Maybe they sent you a link like this. You can speak to the AI here. Let me X out of that. There's a brief introduction. There's a couple of videos, a full presentation. If you want to learn about the founder, you click here. If you want to learn about the technology, you click here. If you want proof of trades, you watch this. Basically opens up his account for everyone.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are coming together on
Right there.
this.
Right?
Ripple.
Okay. There is legal and compliance, the referral rewards plan here. And then you click and make sure it's your friend's name on it. You can get this app in the Apple Store or in Google Play. And you then click Enroll Now. And there you have it. I will be doing videos about the compound calculator site that you can get. that is a tremendous tool, and something I think that people should use to start to create goals. So if anyone has any questions, LMK, let me know. I wanted to be quicker, but Cal kept talking. I'm only kidding, Cal. I know it's me. I kept going. And so let's see if there's any questions. We'll go to the videotape. You guys and girls, let me know if you need anything. Reach out to me. If I invited you here, reach out to me on Facebook or whomever invited you. Get back to that person. And I think I was, if I didn't answer any questions, you definitely just watch the Q&A. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to listen to it while I get my steps in. Make sure you get your steps in, right? Make sure you're grateful for our challenges. Our challenges in life are what makes us better, right? So if there's nothing else, I want to say thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Jed. Next time you're coming on, brother. All right. I know you're working. We can, all right. You got it, Mish. Thank you, friend. And so thanks for tuning in, Team Gang Friends. I will see you.